everyone, and welcome to Eugene, Oregon, where it appears my eyes have to be deceiving me. I'm looking skyward. There's liquid coming down from the sky, and everyone knows it never rains in Autzen Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Ducks will put toe to leather to crank us up. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Iowa's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third down, he drops to throw. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. The tap. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Hit as he throws. Picked off. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the ground. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Defense a little too eager. And that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. On the ground with the counter. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run it from the gun. Discards a man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And now on second down for this offense. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get landed.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
On second down, just keeps firing. They're setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell. Pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest. Creating a pass.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's complete to the right. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. On second down, looking again to throw. And he's all bobbed. The ball's loose. Defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own. A first down for the offense. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Quarterback floating away from pressure.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is called for. In the midst of all this rain, just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback will audible. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. And QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Looking to throw on second down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He makes the catch. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for room. It's Douglas.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Off play action. Moving away from pressure. Got room at the 35. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Swings it out to the flat. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? Offense gets set for second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quarterback extends the play. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Looking to pass on second down. Fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Makes the catch. He's got enough. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he fights his way forward. One, but not much doing on that one.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The official says no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more fun. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Almost the D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Finds his tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. He's going to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Peace. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just about a half minute to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Working that left side. They'll immediately call timeout.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
To the air on 1st down. Trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Coates. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. What a snag by the defense. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different-looking football.
At midfield, he's got room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make the big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
They'll try the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Dialed up the, forget the kick, he's going to throw it. It's not pretty, but it worked. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He makes the grab. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Into the end zone. Grab near the marker. It's Singletary. He's gonna score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury for defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Grab near the sticks. It's Peace. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the 4 yards it has to cover. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to escape and get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Going downfield for the big play. Oh, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. This defense has kept him backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. They're working that left side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. The completion well past the sticks. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught over the middle. It's Webb. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on down.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Got the quick pass. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. This time they'll go to the running game. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. On the run, still looking. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 7th play of the drive coming, and they'll need 10 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Got it in the middle. It's Peace.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum.
And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. After the filthy move, look at that toughness just running through every... He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not...
Touchdown, Ducks! Beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get...
Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And here comes the offense on second down. Quick handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And it's just been that kind of day.